I'm Ken Whiting, and this week on Paddle Tales, I'm exploring big things. I'm in the vibrant city of St. Louis, and I'm heading down two of America's biggest waterways, the Missouri and Mississippi rivers.
Paddle Tales is produced with support from NRS, Aquabound, Wiley X, and Clipper Canoes.
A lot of people come to St. Louis, for the city and all the cool things that it offers, the food, the history, just the experiences. But the really cool thing about St. Louis is that it's a gateway to other activities, and I am particularly excited to explore the Mississippi River and the Missouri, which run right past downtown St. Louis. And to do that, I'm hooking up with Big Muddy Adventures.
Big Muddy Adventures in St. Louis. We're the only professional canoe and kayak guide service in town, taking people out canoeing, kayaking, and stand-up paddleboarding. We run trips on the Mississippi and Missouri rivers and have a great time doing it.
Oh, yes. I am here at Big Muddy Adventures right in St. Louis. Now, Big Muddy Adventures is the outfitter for canoe and kayaking trips in the area. They also happen to be the only dealer of Clipper Canoes. And so I'm here, well, on a triple mission. The first mission is I want to paddle the Mississippi. I've never paddled the biggest waterway in North America. Number two, I want to try Clipper Canoe. I've never tried a Clipper Canoe. And number three, I want to get a totally different perspective of the city of St. Louis from the water. Hello, hello.
Hey, Ken, how's it going?
Hey, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to St. Louis. These are the big rivers. We got the Illinois, the Missouri, and the Mississippi all coming together right in the St. Louis area. Big bend in the Mississippi. We're gonna paddle today. We're gonna head up to mile 3 of the Missouri River.
Okay.
Then come on down, roll over the chain of rocks under Route 66 right here.
Right there.
Yeah, and head into the arch.
Well, should we get some canoes going?
Yeah, we got a couple. Let's go take a look. Okay.
So, I love a room full of boats. All right, so what am I paddling today?
We got two great options here. Caribou S is a 15-foot 3-inch canoe.
Okay.
And this beautiful 14-foot Prospector. Looks pretty nice, so.
And it's shiny yellow.
And it's shiny yellow, so out here.
Canoes have a special place in my heart because they've opened up a world of the wilderness to me. They provide access to the backcountry like almost no other paddlecraft or craft can. When you're dealing with wind and open water, a kayak is usually a better craft because you're lower to the water, more stable, and you've got less boat exposed to the wind. But I'm in a canoe today, and so I've got my work cut out for me.
Hey, just for reals, in case of capsize, screw your gear and stay with your boat.
Gotcha.
Well, you guys good to go?
Yeah, let's go boating.
Yeah.
She's a-blowin'. The real challenges with the Missouri and the Mississippi River are twofold. They're big and wide, surprisingly wide. And that means they're exposed to wind, and there's no real shelter from the wind. And the body of water is so big that in order to get to shore, it can be daunting, especially when you add the second element, which is strong current. We've got about 16 miles to go. The confluence with the Mississippi is coming up. We got current, we got wind. It's pretty much ideal conditions, harsh conditions to test a new boat and to do for my first day of canoeing of the year. As the wind picked up, keeping pace with Rue and Mike was almost impossible in a solo canoe. They've got 2 motors. I've got 1. On top of that, they're paddling on both sides of the boat and they're able to counter the effects of the wind, where I'm just paddling on one side of the boat. That was until I busted out the kayak paddle. Well, I can have my moments of brilliance. They're usually very balanced by, well, not so bright moments. And I just experienced one of those. Whoa! Paddled a couple of hours with the canoe paddle fighting a pretty strong headwind till I realized that I had actually brought a kayak paddle in the canoe. It was just behind me and I forgot about it. And I'll tell you what, this is making paddling a direct headwind a lot more manageable. Still a challenge.
The Mississippi and the Missouri have a lot of current. There are times where you can kind of become a sail and realize that if you stop paddling, you're actually going to be moving up the river because of the wind. So it's pretty unpredictable. The conditions on the river are different every day.
Whether you're paddling on big bodies of water or small bodies of water, one of the keys to safe paddling adventures is being flexible, is changing plans as you need to. And a lot of times that's based on Mother Nature, changing water levels, changing weather. And in this case, it's wind. The wind has just reached a point where it's not safe. It's not prudent to continue. Even though I really want to paddle downtown to the Arch in St. Louis, it's just not going to happen today. It's not the right choice. And so that mission is going to have to wait, but it's going to happen. Oh. Well, sometimes things just don't work out the way you planned. I had 3 missions: to paddle these rivers, to test out this boat, and to paddle into downtown St. Louis. Doesn't look like I'm gonna succeed with all 3 missions. The first 2, yes, but the third will have to wait. The wind's just blowing too hard. It's got to be blowing about 30 miles per hour right now. It's not safe for us to be continuing on this adventure. So that's the way things roll sometimes, especially when you're dealing with a big body of water. You got to take the conservative approach, because flipping out in the middle of the Mississippi would be no joke. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to Paddle TV if you haven't already. And I'll see you soon for another, hopefully more successful paddling adventure.